What's up, gamers? It's Cooper here. We're still with Keith Dwyer inside the Sega booth. We're now going over Sonic Colors. So Sonic Colors is coming out for Wii and DS,
Correct.
and the games are somewhat similar but somewhat different. So what's the big differences between them?
Well, Sonic Colors on the Wii, it's based around everything that was best about Sonic Unleashed daytime stages. The gameplay tempo, the stage design, the flow of the game, the smooth 2D, 3D transitions. So everything that worked really well in those stages served as the basis for the design of Sonic Colors on the Wii. For the DS version, it's the same story and a lot of the same principles, except that was based on everything that worked really well for Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush, Sonic Rush Adventure, they were really well received. They're pretty well designed games. So that was the design principle that they used for Sonic Colors on the DS. We definitely wanted to build to the console. In the Wii version, actually, you can use the Wii Remote by itself, the Wii Remote and the Nunchuck, Classic Controller, and Game Controller. Wanted to provide as much not really customization, I guess, but as much freedom of control and freedom of choice to the player as possible. Also, the game has all languages in it. I mean, Sonic's speaking English in this game, but it has all of the fixed languages, Spanish, French, Italian, and German in the game.
Just in case you're brushing up.
Right. Well, I mean, those in the United States especially, there's so many different people at different walks of life that, you know, they want to play the game in their native language. So I was trying to make sure that we have that in there. We want to cover as many bases as possible, have as many people be able to enjoy the game and not limit it to a small segment of the population.
Especially since you're going to localize it anyways to European nations and stuff. Why as well put it on everything?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So is there any of that kind of dedication to the platform for the DS version?
Yeah, I mean, we use the touchscreen where it is applicable. We don't want to go overboard and have everything be touchscreen or not make any use of it at all. Try to find that sweet spot where it's like, all right, you're not using it, oh, here's a good place to use it, and do it smoothly where it's not, now I suddenly have to go crazy tapping the screen or anything like that.
So the gameplay in this, are these more the old Sonics where there's like all sorts of hidden levels, he's the snarky, fast, you know, hedgehog and stuff like that? Or is it something a little different?
Yeah, we really try to do that. There's a lot of sort of, well, I mean, because it is in the Sonic franchise, I wouldn't call it an homage to the original games, but some of the core design principles carry over. For example, when you rescue the wisps, the little alien creatures that appear in this game, they appear in little capsules. And so, like in the original Sonic game, you would bust up a robot and an animal would pop out, or you'd open a capsule and an animal would pop out. In this case, same principle, but it's the little wisp alien creatures that pop out of these. The same thing applies to the DS. The stage designs where you're having low, medium, and high grounds in these stages, you know, and there's advantages to choosing which path.
It's not linear, you can go multiple directions.
Yes, yeah, it's kind of finding your own way. The way we've changed it up, the one thing that's a little bit different though is using the color powers, drill power, rocket power, laser power. Using those will help you to get to finding the hidden paths or finding the little hidden extras or getting through a stage faster.
So, Sonic's been known for having Eggman as the main nemesis. Is he back in this, or are we going a different route?
Well, the storyline for this is that Dr. Eggman has created an amusement park in outer space, and ostensibly it's to make up for his past transgressions.
Oh, so he's actually mending fences with
Yes,
this flying amusement park?
Yes, and he comes right out and says this is not in any way an evil plot designed to cause harm to anybody. So
obviously it's an evil plot to cause harm and destruction.
Which is exactly how Sonic feels about it, so he needs to get in there and make sure there's nothing untoward happening.
He's just being suspicious going in.
Yes.
He doesn't want to go on the roller coaster. He just...
Right, correct. So he's got to get in there and make sure it's all on the up and up.
Is there any kind of multiplayer minigame aspects to either of these?
Actually, there is. Both versions have multiplayer. The Wii version has a sub-shoot in the arcade of the amusement park is the Sonic Simulator. You play as a virtual hedgehog, and you go head-to-head against another player in specially designed stages. And the neat thing is, you have the color powers in those stages, and you can actually combine them into yet different new color powers. You can't do that in the regular game. You can only do that in the multiplayer. So it's kind of figuring out the little hints and tricks of how to get through and combine those powers into new configurations.
So is that like a time attack mode, and you guys kind of attack each other with those powers?
Oh no, it's cooperative to get.
Oh.
It's sort of it's weird because it's a competitive because you're trying to get to the goal first, but then it's cooperative to overcome and get through certain obstacles together.
Interesting. And the DS have anything like that?
DS then has it has Wi-Fi and wireless and download play as well. And you're playing it on 2DSs. So I was about to say it's split screen, but it's not. You're playing on 2DSs. And so you're gonna.
It's always split screen on the DS.
Yes. On the DS, then it's actually competitive. So you're racing to get to the goal, and there are little things that you can do to try to mess up your opponent, throw bombs in their way, or put in things that send them in the reverse direction, things like that.
Cool. So we're expecting both of these launch day and day on November 16th, and then shortly after that we may have Sonic 4 or Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Ballpark, yeah. Sonic 4 should be coming out sometime this fall.
So we're going to get a lot of Sonic real soon, and it all looks pretty good so far, so can't complain. Thanks so much.
Right on, thank you.